So like Doug said, we'll start off. Tom Thibodeau, the New York Knicks former head coach,
He gone.
is gone. He gone. And people are kind of, I'll say 50-50 up in the air as to why. People are 50-50 on how they feel about it. I understand. Knicks just made the conference finals for the first time in I don't know how long. So, it kind of raises the question of, you just made the conference finals. Why fire your coach? I think I have an idea. I mean, let's be real. And Tom Thibodeau's been known for this since his days in Chicago. He only plays about 6, maybe 7 players. That's not just throughout just the playoffs. I mean, that's throughout the course of the whole season. And it's not realistic to be able to do that and maintain that throughout the course of a deep playoff run as well. And that's been a big issue with Tom Thibodeau. It's just not playing a bench. And he started to in games 3 and 4 of the conference finals, but by then it was a little bit too late for the Knicks. So that played a role into it. There's another conspiracy going around, though, as to why Thibodeau was fired. And the conspiracy is, what if New York Knicks GM Leon Rose was tipped off that a certain somebody would come to New York as long as Thibodeau's not there? And what if that certain somebody is, Giannis Antetokounmpo? What if it's Kevin Durant? What if it's one of these guys have said, hey, I'd be open to coming to New York. I'm just not open to playing with Tibbs.
Yeah, if you're the GM.
I mean, at that point,
president.
you're like,
sorry, you gotta go.
Yeah, I mean, if I've got an opportunity to land Giannis and I got to give up a coach and I can find another one, sure. Is there coaches out there as good as Tibbs? Maybe not. There are a couple. I mean, Mike Malone is still available, who's just the Nuggets coach that just won a championship just 2 years ago. Taylor Jenkins, who was just fired from the Grizzlies kind of abruptly, is a very good coach that could be available. I know they've interviewed like Jason Kidd. Maybe Jason Kidd's looking after all this whole Luka situation to get the hell out of Dallas and say, I don't want to be a part of this.
I think they're seeking permission to interview him or whatever.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's coaches out there that can manage.
As bad as, not recently because the Knicks have been good here recently, but as bad as the Knicks organization has been pretty much in our lifetime, this is, New York is still a top market. Any coach is going to want to line up and want to go there, going to think about it. It's New York, it's MSG, it has that aura around it to where it makes you think about it. So I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. I think it'll be interesting for one to see if they can land another piece or a piece like a KD or a Giannis now because of it. My biggest concern with it is not so much, and Colin Cowherd actually started this about a year ago. And he said, and his take was, the Knicks for so long have been so bad. And that's been because James Dolan, the owner, has been so hands-on with the team.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the last 2-3 years, which is when the Knicks have been, competent and good, James Dolan's been away because him and his company's been working on the Sphere in Vegas.
Oh, that's his company?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He hasn't been a part of the team. And now the Sphere is done, and now people are concerned that maybe Dolan did have something to do with Tibbs firing, and now maybe this is where the Knicks start to spiral because Dolan has his hands back in the team.
I'd like to think it's more of the conspiracy you brought up about a player wanting to come there.
Yeah, I mean, I do too.
But, yeah, I mean, that would suck. I think the NBA is better off with the Knicks being good.
Yes. It's always better when your top markets are good. And that's really in any sport.
Yeah.
Your sport is always good when your top markets are good.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I think the Knicks have a couple more issues outside of just adding a Giannis or a KD. More so of Brunson's got to learn to come off the ball just a little bit more, spread the love a little bit. The Knicks have a really good team.
They're good.
I mean, you have outside of Brunson, and Brunson's a superstar. Don't get me wrong. But outside of him, I mean, Cat's an all-star. I mean, Cat's a 20 to 25 point per game guy himself. OG Anunoby's a 15 to 20 point per game guy. Mikal Bridges is a 15 to 20 point per game guy. Josh Hart can walk into an arena and give you a double-double. They have a really good roster. And my biggest thing with trading for a Giannis or a KD is how many of these pieces are they giving up for one? Two, again, does it fix the Brunson coming off the ball a little bit more situation? So
that sounds like a little bit of coaching, more of how the scheme is going to be drawn up to help with that. But
So we'll
Well, we'll
see.
see.
We'll see how it works out. I hope again basketball's better when the Knicks are good,
Yeah.
when the top markets are good. So I hope it all works out in the end.